Welcome.
Next up, we're now on the 20th of June 2024, which was when Dark Gallifrey Morbius Part 3 was released, which starred Samuel West as Morbius, the Interface, and the Morbius Beast, Tom Baker as the Doctor, Minwin Armour as Rolko, Rachel Atkins as Captain Argento, Justin Arvrith as the Shimmering Man, Andrew French as Veritas, Janet Henry as narrator, and Lara Lemon as Gilda. Dark Gallifrey Morbius Part 3 was written by Tim Foley and directed by Samuel Clements. The synopsis is as follows: Morbius has been brought back to life on the Isle of the Dead, but a dangerous Captain Argento has called for help and has received an unlikely ally. Here is a stranger who knows the Tyrant of Old and is the only one who can put his plans on ice, but perhaps even the Doctor cannot stop the threat of Dark Gallifrey. Here is the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Morbius Part 3.
A ripple in the vortex. Someone new has arrived.
I'm the Doctor. Who might you be?
From Big Finish Productions, the worlds of Doctor Who, Dark Gallifrey, Morbius, Part 3.
Was that a temporal transmat beam? I'm fizzing like a sherbet.
A Time Lord.
They've abandoned you all, just as they abandoned me.
There is one of them here, lost and confused.
He's back from the dead then, Morbius.
Doctor! I see him!
I am time. I am all time. I am no time.
The clouds are gathering.
The pain! Yes, indeed! I'll rip his mind to shreds.
Oh, the universe will be plunged back into war. A war that should never occur and might never end.
It's a pity you won't be here to see my destiny reassert itself.
I can't possibly hope to beat you like this.
We fight to the death!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Dark Gallifrey Morbius Part 3, which was released in June 2024. Next up, we're talking about the Third Doctor Adventures, the Quintessence, which was announced on this date, which will release in October 2024, which will star Trim Treloar as the Doctor, Katie Manning as Jo Jones, previously Jo Grant, Nicholas Briggs as the Cybermen, Fetally Kant as Emmeline Pepperdine, Emily Joyce as Lucy Pepperdine, Chris Larkin as Arthur Pepperdine, and Gary Turner as Dexter. The writers of the Third Doctor Adventures, the Quintessence, was written by Lauren Mooney and Stuart Priggle, with the director being Nicholas Briggs. The synopsis is as follows: the Doctor and Jo Jones arrive at Always, a Victorian manor house perched impossibly on the distant storm world of Netherine Reach, greeted by the peculiar Pepperdines, a couple frantic with worry about their ailing daughter. They discover terrible secrets hiding within the panelled walls and gruesome oil paintings. Secrets will bring the Doctor face to face with one of his most ancient and implacable enemies, and put his relationship with Jo to the Ultimate Test, with it releasing in October. We've not got a trailer yet. Next up is the 25th of June 2024, which was when the 7th Doctor Adventures, The Last Day, Part 2 was released, which stars, there is a long cast list for this, so bear with me, Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor, Sophie Aldred as Ace and President Ace, Lizzie Annis as Cassie, Morgan Schofield, Yasmin Bannerman as Roz Forrester, Jeffrey Beavers as the Master, Lisa Bauman as Bernie Summerfield, Lucinda Carey as Mother, Sean Carlson as Coordinator, Wayne Forrester as Hob, Anthony Hoskins as news announcer, Alex Jordan as Ogron 1, Hemmerin Fabi Kurik, Guard and Time Lord, Barney Longford as Melanie Bush, Chase Matheson as Vienna Salvatore, Stuart Milligan as Garandel, there we are, Maggie O'Neill as Lucinda Archides, Travis Oliver as Chris Quell, Philip Olivier as Hex Schofield, Edward Peel as Kane, Amy Pemberton as Sally Morgan, Lynn Sandowski as Dark Citizen, Carisi President, Miss Peters, Time Lord 2 and Computer Voice, and Dan Starkey as Mr. Sten and Mr. Sten, Quent, Suntarans and Ogron 2. The 7th Doctor Adventures, The Last Day, Part 2 was written by Matt Fitton and Guy Adams, with the director being Samuel Clemens. The synopsis is as follows: there is always injustice to fight. There is always a new danger to the universe, but what if the Doctor found a way to put things right once and for all? What would it really be so terrible to take a stand? Would the end justify the means, and would his friends agree the 7th Doctor's Last Day is coming? Here is the trailer for the 7th Doctor Adventures, The Last Day, Part 2.
Once upon a time,
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The 7th Doctor Adventures, The Last Day, 2.
It's hard to carry on sometimes.
in happier times and places, there was a very clever fool who found himself boxed into a corner.
My friends are out there, hurting.
I actually have no idea how I'm supposed to get out of here.
I want to see my daughter!
Cease your disturbance, human.
Dad,
You don't have to choose, love. You never have to choose.
we were gambling our lives on him!
We're from a long way in your future.
What Roz means to say is we're from the right future.
Now what?
And now it all comes to an end. I saw the deaths of whole worlds, but nothing broke my heart more than losing my very best friend.
He had planned and plotted. He had danced around the whole universe.
I'm not sure I can bear to look at this world.
This is who we came here for. This man is the point of the mission.
They're coming for you. All your old friends, they're coming to stop you.
I've manipulated, I've schemed, I've plotted. I've decided who needs to live or die. But the worst monsters are always to be found in a mirror.
Soon you will free us.
There's loads of them! Move!
Fire on Gallifrey.
Those who would destroy our beautiful universe must be stopped.
Storm the capital.
Yes, I'm the Doctor. I'm coming for you!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
And I will win.
That was the trailer for the 7th Doctor Adventures, The Last Day, Part 2, which was released in June 2024. And the last June 2024 release / news that I'm going to talk about right now is that on the 27th of June 2024, Torchwood, The Restoration of Catherine was released, which starred Tom Price as Andy Davison, Samuel Barnett as Norton Folgate, Ebony Barnett as Norton Folgate, Ebony Jodell as Catherine de Winter, Shine Matheson as Sir Reginald Hardgoing, and George Naylor as Squire Edmund Dashington. The writer of Torchwood, The Restoration of Catherine, was James Goss, with the director being Bethany Walmers. The synopsis is as follows: Sergeant Ante and judicious 1950s Torchwood agent Norton Folgate find themselves trapped inside a house in the 17th century. Can they arrange a wedding before all of time and space collapses? Here is the trailer for Torchwood, the restoration of Catherine.
I was in my car, and now I'm in a horsey car, yes.
And you're driving it.
Norton.
From Big Finish Productions, Torchwood, the restoration of Catherine.
Cooey! Is it 1950 or 2020?
Yes, sir.
Oh, doublets, big hats, horsey cars. Oh dear.
Norton, when are we? Two boys are now in with a chance.
A chance at...
By marrying Miss Catherine de Winter.
Truly, I'm the luckiest woman alive.
Hello?
Normal Andrew, does your servant often speak in company?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Once I'm married, I'll gladly horsewhip him for you. May cheer me up.
Time's collapsing! Andy, this is it! It's coming!
We've done time travel before.
Yeah, but somehow, this is, no offence, but travelling to the 1950s is like holidaying in Rill. This is time travel. Lanzarote! If you're getting a radio signal, we cannot be in 1660.
The sky is dark. Even the scream has stopped. Can anyone hear this? Can anyone?
What was that?
A voice from the future. Not that there is a future anymore.
I see.
We are trapped in this house forever.
Big Finish for the love of stories.
Tell me, lad, do you play brandy copper?
That was the trailer for the restoration of Catherine, which was released in June 2024, and that's actually the end of the Big Finish news that I've caught up. But don't worry, because next time on the Everything Podcast, I'm going to be looking at all the announced Big Finish releases due to be released between July and December 2024, and I'm going to preview two of them, which are the two Doctor Who The Lost Stories, those being Death World and Operation Werewolf. Here is the trailer for Doctor Who The Lost Stories, Death World.
Did you know that the game of chess exists in some form or other in almost every advanced civilization across the galaxy?
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who The Lost Stories, Death World.
If you wouldn't mind, I am in the middle of a fascinating experiment.
Trap one, come in. Can't have reached the base already. No. No!
Brigadier, I think I understand. I suspect you're in my future. And if I'm right, that means there's another me around.
You are not the Doctor.
Oh, but I think you'll find that I am, sir.
So there's three of you?
I can't interfere with my own future, Brigadier. The consequences could be disastrous.
Doctor?
Doctor? Doctor!
Oh, my word.
Jamie?
Good day, Alistair.
Good grief. You're...
Yes. You are face to face with death. And like that, the final king falls into my hands.
You fool, Doctor. You fool.
Now the real battle begins.
Joe, where are you?
And who's this Joe?
Oh, no, not you.
Would you two stop prattling away at each other, whoever you are? Oh, no. Not you.
You too?
Yes. Where are we?
I am the end of all life, and you are now entering my domain. Welcome to Death World.
Big Finish for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Doctor Who The Lost Stories, not The Last Stories. That was the trailer for Doctor Who The Lost Stories, Death World, which I'll be talking about more in the next episode. But I'm also going to preview another Lost Story, as I mentioned. So here is the trailer for Doctor Who The Lost Stories, Operation Werewolf.
Where are we, Doctor?
Exactly where we're meant to be, Jamie. Normandy 1066.
They didn't have many railways in William the Conqueror's day, did they, Doctor?
No. Right place.
Wrong time.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Lost Stories, Operation Werewolf.
What's that? I think I know. Aeroplane. What are those things lighting it up?
Searchlights, Jamie.
Someone's shooting at it.
Oh dear.
Well, that rules out the 19th century.
Yes, sir.
Sir Aubrey, the radio room has just picked up a call from the resistance group in Normandy. They say they found the Doctor.
The Doctor? Who are you? And what are you doing here? I'm Jamie McCrimmon.
I'm Zoe Harriet. We just arrived.
In Normandy? They're headed this way. I'll try to draw them off.
Papa.
Look after my daughter.
Oh, Herr de Hoorn. All right, we wouldn't want him to die before the Commandant had a chance to question him.
I am Hauptsturmführer Leni Bruckner, aide de camp to Gruppenführer Schneider. We have been expecting you, Herr Doctor.
So, this is a police box. The Doctor will have the key. Fascinating.
How are our two guests? They know too much. So we interrogate them, force the truth out of them.
If they are spies, I will happily kill them myself.
You're members of the Resistance, aren't you?
Well done.
3, 2, 1, and activate!
You mean these two cabinets
A means of instantaneous meta transmission.
You, Professor Hans Richter, have mastered teleportation.
The locations of the main troop camps on the south coast. We will shortly send over an elite commando force who will release the gas at the camps.
What is it? It's poisonous gas.
What about gas masks?
We don't have any.
The troops will then fall under our control.
I am loyal to the Third Reich. Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
The gas and lunar light will turn the Allied poodles into Nazi wolves. Hence the name of this plan, Operation Werewolf.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Doctor Who The Lost Stories Operation Werewolf, with the previous trailer being also Doctor Who The Lost Stories, but being Death World. Both of these released in July 2024. I'll talk about them more in the next episode. But back to this episode. Let me know what you thought about the Big Finish releases that I talked about in this episode, as well with any future or past Big Finish releases you're excited for me to talk about. Put them in the comments below, as well with anything else you want to cover on the channel. So be a review suggestion for a TV show or movie. It could be a book, it could be a comic, or it could be some news about your favourite TV show or movie. Put them in the comments below. And remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe. And that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.